What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope you all having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH. The memorial looked beautiful for Brando. You know what I can't stand though? I got to take a page from Peter Griffin playbook. You know what really grinds my gears is that when a character that ain't been on the show all that long gets a memorial or any type of funeral service or something, and characters who actually been on the show for a long time, when they get killed off, they barely get a mention afterwards. That shit really pisses me off, but that's neither here nor there. um the service looked beautiful, the reception, whatever they want to call it, after party, whatever. It looked nice. They really put together a nice little, home going for him. um but let's get into the nitty gritty now that the niceties are over. Michael need his little punk ass whooped. I'm just saying, like, how disrespectful can you be? Like, to show up to somebody's memorial with an attitude. Like, he just came in there with negative energy. Soon as he saw Sonny, he just immediately had negative energy. And Willow had to remind him, like, listen, this ain't about you. This ain't about Sonny. This ain't about y'all little beef. It's about Brando, and it's about being there for Sasha today, her and Gladys. And I totally agree. Michael was so out of pocket at that service. Everything about him just made me want to slap the shit out of him. Like, sir, this is a memorial. Don't come up in here with that foolishness. When you go to somebody's memorial, whatever beef you have with the person that's there, that shit goes to the side for the day. Keyword, the day. Like, it's for the day. You know what I mean? Like, put it to the side. This ain't about you. This ain't about them. This ain't about your little beef. It's about grieving and celebrating the life of the person who died. That's what it's about. And Michael was just totally out of line. As soon as he walked up in there, just like I said, with a straight attitude. Then when Sonny was with Gladys and Nina and stuff, and they were about to do the toast for Brando, Michael's like, oh, I can't stomach this. I can't stand to watch this. I'm gonna go get a drink. Bitch, take your ass home then. Why are you even here? You don't need a drink. Take your ass home. Like, don't come up in this memorial with that negativity. Like, do not. And right after he spoke with Sasha, and gave his condolences and was like, I'm here for you, he should have exit stage left, and he should have just bowed out. Spoke to Sasha, you gave your condolences, you can go now. Ain't no need of you staying, still sitting here giving attitude. So, of course, him and Dante start talking. Yet again, Michael was on his foolishness. Even Dante had to let him know, like, listen, now is not the time for this. Because he was pretty much trying to talk to Dante about the whole Dex situation. And what Sonny did to Dex. And Dante had to tell him, we're at a memorial. Now is not the time. We could deal with this later, later on. But why? We don't need to deal with this right this second. I totally agree with Dante. Like, now is not the time, bro. It is not the time. Michael was really insufferable today. I'm like, dude, shut up and go home. And the funny thing is, Michael is so blinded by his hatred of Sonny, he's not even seeing what's right in front of him with Willow. Like, Willow is going through this thing. Even though she's wrong for not telling him, it's like, as her man, you should be looking at this. Like, you should be noticing the changes in her. Like, you don't notice that she's looking pale. You don't notice that she's acting funny. You don't notice these things because your mind is over here when it should be right here. You know what I mean? That's the issue I'm having with Michael. It's like, grow up. Look at things that's more important in life, because your beef with Sonny really is not important right about now. So even look at Olivia. She even put her feelings aside for Nina for the day. You know what I mean? Because when she pulled Nina to the side, Nina thought Olivia was gonna rag on her and start some mess. But Olivia was like, listen, I ain't pull you to the side for that. I pulled you to the side to tell you did a good job with the memorial. That's it. That's all I came to tell you. And I respected that. We can go back not liking each other tomorrow. I just feel like for funerals, weddings, whatever, any important event, whatever beef you got with somebody, resume that shit the next day. When the clock strike midnight, our beef is back on. But until before then, we cease fire pretty much. So, Sonny was talking to Gladys or whatever, and Gladys was thinking about moving back to Bridgeport, And Sonny was like, well, I feel like you're a lot of things, but you're not a coward. And he felt like she should stay because Sasha's still gonna need her and stuff. I mean, her moving back to Bridgeport, I wouldn't say that's a coward's move. I think it's for personal reasons. Honestly, I just see Gladys going back to, Bridgeport because she feels like she ain't got nothing else. You know what I mean? Like her grandson gone, her son is gone. You know, I don't think it's a coward's way out. Do I think that she should stay for Sasha's sake? Yeah, I do, because she's become a part of Sasha's life. You know what I mean? So, with everything Sasha done lost so far, I don't see her making it without extra support. And I feel like Gladys could be that support for her. And plus, they're forever connected through, Liam and through Brando. So I definitely think she should stay. And I can't believe I'm saying that because a few months ago, I couldn't wait for Gladys to get the hell out of here. But, she grew on me like a wart. So I could definitely see her staying. She has some sage advice for Sonny too. Pretty much like with everything going on and all the loss that they done seen, he might want to make things right with Michael, while he still has time to make things right. But see, that's the issue. Sonny, he would love nothing more than to be on good terms with Michael. But he's not going to keep, kissing Michael's ass to get along. Like, he's not about to do that. That's not how he operate. He's not kissing nobody's ass just to get along with them. And I feel like Michael is not going to be receptive to it anyway. Because even Willow was pretty much, not Willow, but Nina was pretty much saying that, Willow need to get home and get some rest. Like, she could see how tired she looked. And that Michael should take her. But she was like, no, trying to downplay it and stuff. So TJ ended up taking her. And I'm like, Michael, you really don't suspect anything that's going on with Willow? Like, nothing? That's how out there his mind is right now. He's not thinking about family. He's just thinking about destroying Sonny at any cost. That's what he's thinking about. So hopefully Michael is willing to, listen to Sonny and they can talk. But I doubt Michael's going to be receptive to it. Doubt it. I am kind of glad, though, that TJ kind of, chewed Nina out a little bit about her being nosy. Like, because she do need to mind her business. Like, at the end of the day, Willow warned him that Nina thinks something sexual is going on between them. And that's what irritates me, because you think that based off of a hug. Like, you've never seen two friends hug before? Just saying, do friends not hug? So if you hug your friend, that means you're screwing around. Friends hug each other all the time. That's why I'm like, Nina just need to mind her little busybody business. Like, Nina ain't nothing but a busybody at this point. Like, she just need to go get herself a life. Like, she tried to warn TJ, oh, you don't want Michael. I'm simply saying you don't want Michael as an enemy. My thing is, Nina, you could have fought back harder against Michael if you wanted to. Because, yeah, Michael uses the Quartermaine name and his money. But Nina got long money, too. So if she really wanted to fight Michael, she really could open up that checkbook. I'm just saying. She could play dirty too. She just chose not to play as dirty. I would have. I'm just saying. I would have hit below the belt. So anyway, moving on from that. Jocelyn is another one. Went over to Dex's place or whatever. She spends way more time with Dex than she does with her own man. Like, where's Cameron? And I know people gonna say, well, he worked 2 jobs. So. And he don't even know that she running around behind Dex every 5 seconds. So she basically on her campaign telling Dex, oh, if you really want to thank me, you'll take Sonny down, you'll report him. And Dex was like, yeah, that's not my style right now. That's not what I'm trying to do. Jocelyn is just on this whole take Sonny down campaign. I'm like, Jocelyn, go sit down. Go have a sit down. Like, what do these people think a mob boss is? Like, why are they acting like they just met Sonny off the boat yesterday? Like, y'all been knowing what this man do. Like, Jocelyn need to go sit. Honestly. Go sit down, have a sit down, and leave this whole mess alone. Because I feel like a beef with Sonny is not what Jocelyn wants. It's not going to work in her favor. I'm just saying. Because she tried to warn Dex that Sonny was going to turn on him. And, I mean, he's a grown man. Little do she know what Dex is really up to. You know what I mean? Like, so after she left, Dante arrived because Dante trying to get some information about what happened to him and stuff. I still don't think Dex is gonna say anything because now Dex is probably on a warpath against Sonny himself. But you never know. Dex may just end up wanting to really work for Sonny. Maybe, who knows? Um. So anyway, moving on from that, Curtis. So Jordan got the new divorce papers all signed, all the paperwork together. Um, she gave it to him. She was like, you can get a receipt for all this stuff and show that way you got receipts. You can show Portia that we are getting a divorce, that we are divorced. I signed them. But Curtis still don't believe her. And in terms of her misplacing the divorce papers and stuff like that, he don't believe it. And I'm just over Curtis at this point. I'm like, he's basing that off the fact that she lied to him during their marriage. So now everything she says, he just feels he can't believe now. And I'm like, at the end of the day, Jordan is human. She made a mistake. Everybody's entitled to it. But I love how she keep alluding to Portia's lie. And that's what Curtis keep picking up on. He was like, you keep insinuating that there's not honesty in my relationship. Like, you might as well just tell me what the hell you trying to say. But before she could say anything, of course, her phone rung. Because news about Oz's death is making its way around Port Charles at this point. Because they done bagged him up. So it's a hot mess at this point. Esme is all happy with her little self. That she got rid of him. And I know she got rid of him. Because it works in her favor. If Oz goes down, he can't testify against her. So that works for her. Portia ended up busting into the office and stuff like that to let Jordan know that it was Oz. And that's when collectively, Curtis and them was starting to put the pieces together. Brando wasn't the intended target because they're thinking that all these victims are connected to Trina now. But they was like, Brando wasn't connected. But he was like, no, but Jocelyn was in the alley that night. So Brando was not the intention. He was not the intended target. So now they trying to play sleuth and trying to figure this whole mess out. And that's where I'm confused. Like, not confused, but that's where I'm on the fence. Like, how much of this does Esme have to do with? Because she denied it to Ryan. I'm pretty sure she has something to do with Oz's death. I'm pretty sure she killed Oz. But as far as the other ones, I'm not too sure. You know what I mean? Is it still on the table? Of course, because you never know. She still could have been lying to Ryan for all we know. So, could have been that. So, speaking of Ava and all them, Esme, Portia pretty much was like, oh, you going to be protected at Windermere. Portia, have you been to Windermere? There ain't no protection over there. People get into that house undetected all the time. You know how many tunnels they got? Please, she far from protected. And she corrected her. She was like, oh, I'm going to Nina's and stuff like that. I like Ava and Nicholas together. I do, but I hope they don't get back together. I hope not. I pray not. That's a toxic relationship. Like, Portia basically even felt like Ava and Nicholas were still in love with each other, but even she was hoping that Ava wouldn't go back. It's just too toxic. Like, you can't trust Nicholas at this point. I do believe his love for Ava is real, but there's no trust. You know what I mean? Like, how could you trust the man who's constantly under his family's thumb every 5 minutes? Because Victor got his foot on that man's neck. Nicholas was over there putting some documents in his safe and stuff, and Victor was like, I hope you putting divorce papers in there soon too. I'm like, Victor, go sit your ass down. I totally agree with Nicholas. I feel like Victor ain't never really been in love like that, because his love, quote unquote, for Obrecht, that wasn't love, that was obsession, that was nuts. So Ava popped up in there or whatever to let them know about the bartender or whatnot being murdered. And she was going to get the rest of her stuff later or have the staff pack up her clothes and send them to her. So when her and Victor left, Esme trying to sneak up in the mansion. Esme was trying to get up in the mansion at first, but the door, the locks were changed. But after Victor and Ava left, she got in there or whatever, and she got right to Nicholas's safe. And she knew the combination. She put in Spencer's birthday and got caught because Nicholas caught her ass. He don't know it's her, though. I'm like, Nicholas, how you gonna change the locks to the house, but you ain't changed your damn passwords? Like, what is wrong with you? You ain't changed the safe passcode, fool. Like, what type of sense? Think. Should have changed it to your birthday. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? I can't wait to see a showdown between Esme and Nicholas, or even Esme and Ava for that matter. I can't wait to see that. I think that's gonna be pretty cool. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.